Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Garden Guitar. Which week? We know about that. It is your songs that is rolling. They're rolling this entire week, not only Wednesdays. So, wish songs from you guys every day. And this time we use Sepper Yummy. You wish for Alexander Stewart said so. Alright, so nice choice there. Thank you, Mr. Yummy. Alexander Stewart been here before and he will be back for sure. So all you fans of Alexander Stewart and fans of Gordon Guitar as well, subscribe to this channel and make my day here. Thank you so much for support. Let's move on with this actual song, Said So. And we are going clean, no need for any capo here, and we have 5 chords to learn. Alright, so 5 chords, let's go into them. So we're gonna start with E. Alright, so that is open E, second A, second D, first G, open B, and open E. Okay, the next 4 chords are actually bar chords. I'm sorry, but this is the best scenario for us actually to have this in without any capo. We are going clean here, but we're going to use bar chords because of the melodies that comes. You will understand. Anyway, let's move on to the next chord. That is the F sharp. So that's a bar on the 2nd fret. You bar all strings there, and then you need to add 4th on A, 4th on D, and 3rd on B. G, sorry. We have the next chord, which is the G sharp minor. So you move on here with the bar chords. Now you place the bar on the 4th fret and cover all strings there. And then you need to add 6 on A and 6 on D. So far we've gone through E, the F sharp, and the G sharp minor. Now we have the B. So I showed you in the introduction of the tutorial, you can do it in 2 different ways. I would go with the sus version, it's easier and doesn't hurt too much either in this specific song. So what you do here now is to bar the 2nd fret again. This time you don't have to bar the last E string, but the 5 strings below are necessary. And then you need to add 4th on D, 4th on G. If you go with the real B, you also include the 4th B. You can do that with all the 3 fingers, or like I did, with a 2nd bar there on the 4th fret. Then if you do that, normally you bar the last E string as well. And if that is the case, then stay away with the strumming hand from that E string. Strum in the mid bass area. Anyway, sus or B, it's up to you. That's the chord. And the final chord will be the D sharp, okay? So it goes with a bar on the 6th fret, and you bar 5 strings there as well in the same way as B, but then you need to also add 8 on D string. And this is not what I suggest to use. We will use the D sharp, but with a melody. You could use it with strumming as well later, and then you need to go with this specific grip. So that's why I show this chord. So bar on 6, and then you need to add 8 on D and 8 on G. Okay, that's this D sharp sus version of it. But like I said, we'll work with melodies, preferably in this specific, with this specific chord in the pre-chorus. We'll come to that, but that's the chord you need to handle: the E, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, and B. All right, so let's start with the actual song with the verse play, and we have this melody going on. So I'm gonna give you the patterns for all these chords you need to handle with melody. So we're gonna start with a G sharp. We're gonna alternate 2 notes, and that is the formula for all of these chords to alternate 2 notes. So for G sharp, you're gonna alternate 4th E string with 4th G. So one round is like this: 4th E and 4th G. So a couple rounds. Easy, huh? Next chord is the F sharp. You're gonna alternate now the 2nd fret E string and 3rd G. Same there, one round is 2 notes. The E pattern is to alternate the open E string and 1st G. right? And then the final chord you're going to use this melody for is the specific one I mentioned before, the D sharp. And that is to alternate the 6th fret A string with 4th D. So one round is like that. All right. So we have the tools now. Let's go into the verse play. And the chord progression here will be to play the picking pattern. We just learned G sharp 4 picking rounds, then F sharp 4, then E 6, and back to F sharp 2. And that is one chord progression round. So G sharp 4, F sharp 4, E 6, and F sharp 2, like this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And that is one round. So that is 2 rounds. And that is exactly what you're going to do in the first verse. 2 rounds, and over now to the first pre-chorus. Now I would suggest you to continue this picking pattern here as absolutely in this first pre-chorus. And the second one is up to you. You can choose there, but the first pre-chorus you are going to play the picking pattern. And now you're going to play E, 2 string rounds, then G, 2, and F, 4. Then D sharp 2, F2, and E4. All that is one chord progression round. You're going to play for 2 rounds. So slowly it goes like this. E, G sharp, F sharp, 3, 4, D sharp, F sharp, E4. That is one round. 2 rounds of that, and in tempo. And then in the end here of the second round, you're gonna play D sharp 2. Then when you come to the F sharp and the last E, you're gonna play down, up, down, or the bass, top, bass, and then just kick on E. Both strings simultaneously and a pause. So that is the ending of the second round here in the first pre-chorus. So you play it normally, E2, G sharp 2, F sharp 4, D2, and then you're gonna play F sharp 1.5, so to speak, and we'll play bass, top, bass, and then kick the 2 strings on E simultaneously and wait out this pause. That builds up for the chorus. Okay, so that is a pre-chorus, 2 rounds in total. Now over to first chorus. You're gonna strum now, and we're gonna look at the strumming pattern, all right? So it starts with the B chord, so you can grab that one, and I'm gonna use the sus version to keep it simple. 1 string around is down, up, down, up, up, down, up, okay? But this is actually 2 different parts. We're gonna have to split it later on if we wanna choose to play the strumming with verse and pre-chorus. So we're gonna split it. So the first part will be down, up, down, up. That's the first part, and then a short pause, and then it follows by up, down, up. And that is 1 round. So 1 round is down, up, down, up, up, down, up. And a couple rounds to get the feeling for it. It goes like this. And so on. All right, so the chorus is played B, 2 string rounds, F sharp, 2 string rounds, G sharp, 2 string rounds, and E, 2 string rounds. You're gonna play that for 2 chord progression rounds, like this. Second round. That is the first chorus. And then that follows by post-chorus parts. And that's in the lyrics where he sings, "You could have said so." And what you're going to do there is just to continue another round of the chorus play, what we just played there. One round of that, and that is the end of first round of everything. Now back to the second verse. Okay, so I would prefer to play the melody in the same way as we played the first time. And then you play it in exact same way. 2 rounds of that, but you can also choose to go with strumming. And if you do that now in the second verse, you're going to play 1 full round of G sharp minor, 1 full round of F sharp, then 1 full round plus part 1 on E. So that means down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then you end with F sharp part 2, up, down, up. If you choose to go with strumming. And it would sound like this for 1 round. That is 1 round with strumming. All right. So that is what you're going to do for 2 rounds, either melody or strumming. And that takes us to the second pre-chorus. Same way here. I would prefer to go with melody here. That would be the best scenario. But if you choose to go with strumming, then you would translate that into E, part 1, down, up. And then G sharp, part 2, up, down, up. And then F sharp, 1 full round. Then D sharp, down, up, the part 1. F sharp, part 2. And E, 1 full round. Okay, so slowly it goes like this. Alright, so that is 1 round. In the second round, remember, we had a little bit of change there in the end on the F sharp and E. So you're going to play the same way there to start with in the second round. E part 1, G sharp part 2, F sharp 1 full round, then D sharp part 1, down, up. Then when you come to the F sharp, you're going to play down, up, down. So down, up, down, and then down on the E. So the ending will be on F sharp, like this, and a pause. All right, so that is if you play with strumming, but I still want to point it out, I want to play with the melody. That is the easiest scenario for us. All right, so that's the second pre-chorus, and then we have the second chorus played in the exact same way as the first one. 2 rounds of B, F sharp, G sharp, and E with strumming, of course. Then we have the second post-chorus part. It's played in the same way as the first one. 1 extra round of chorus play. Outro comes right after that one. The final parts of this song, guess what? You're gonna play the chorus play for another 2 rounds. And that is the ending of Alexander Stewart Said So. So thank you, Mr. Yummy, Sepper Yummy, for interacting with me here on Garden Guitar. Appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed this and were satisfied with this tutorial. And all the Alexander Stewart fans, I hope you enjoyed this as well. Yeah, keep on being here on this channel. Subscribe, leave me comments, wish for your songs, and yeah, just have a happy time with new tutorials. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Until next time, play tuned.